Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm All Things Sugar and Shay Sade. Hey! And this is the recap. This is where I talk about my favorite reality TV shows. At the moment, I'm talking about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 7. And there's a lot going on, honestly. I am testing out a new way to record this, so let's see if this works. I'm not too sure. But guys, make sure you like this video, please. Like it. Press the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel too and share with like-minded people if you don't mind. I'm trying to grow here, you know, like seriously. But yeah, let's get into it. We pick up in the villa where Bella has just left and everybody is still feeling the effects of the recoupling. Obviously, Nick has chosen Cierra over Bella, and you know, Cierra, she goes and comforts Nick because he looks a little bit sad, you know? She's just like, I hope you're all right, babes. That was really tough and everything. Her being the supportive woman that she is. And what's playing on Nick's mind is that he thinks, that Bella thinks, that he gave her false hope. And I'm just like, well, duh. Do you know what I mean? Of course you did. After you were smooching it down with her in Soul Ties, of course she's going to think something could potentially happen. So I don't even know why he's acting like he hasn't done that. Well, we know why, to be fair. Cierra asks him, like, did you? And he's just like, no, not too much, you know. And she's saying, like, did you say things to her that you also said to me, and vice versa? He's just like, I told her that I was interested in her and interested in you. And then he said, like, you know what? Now I'm so excited because now I'm going to be able to give you 100% of myself. And I'm going to be able to basically love you out loud, which Cierra obviously is very excited about. She loved his speech. She's just genuinely smitten because things have worked out. And from her point of view, rightly, because remember, when she first came in, she said, if I can take your man, then that's not your man. She said it with confidence. She said it with her chest. And that's what she did. They started kissing and everything. But before this, when she asked him, is there anything that you said? That's when he should have said, by the way, I did kiss her in Soul Ties, but he didn't. He actually didn't. And I don't know, well, we know what is going through Nick's head. He is confused by the divine power that Cierra holds. You know, talking about Soul Ties, Charlie and Hannah are actually in Soul Ties and they are cheesing and loving on each other. They're literally like inseparable. Their faces are like this together. It's going very fast. It feels like a whirlwind situation. They are super into each other. But one thing is, I have to say this. People going into Soul Ties with their shoes on really annoys me. It really annoys me. Like, was she raised in a barn? Like, what the hell? Like, honestly, take your shoes off. Gross. Anyway, they're kissing. They're moving very, 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 very fast. It feels like faster than Huda and Jeremiah, or it might just be on the same level as that speed, but it's very fast. Charlie's in the confessional and he goes into like this big speech about he's had a really slow start in the villa, that none of the girls have been completely his type. What about Shelley? Like, wasn't you just obsessed with her like just the other day? Like, what the hell? This is what I'm saying. Like, this is starting to annoy me now. And I see the play of some of these, you know, outside the culture guys are doing. When they go onto these shows, they are literally pretending to like black girls so they become more likable. That's what it is. Because what do you mean? Not completely yours. You was into Shelley. You was pretending at least. Oh, can it stop? So annoying. So on the dock, we have Huda and Jeremiah, our other speedy couple. Huda is crying over Bella leaving. She's always got tears in her eyes, this girl, honestly. She's crying and she's like, oh, it's so scary how some men are. And Jeremiah's like, what do you mean? Some women are like that too. And she's like, oh, I'm just saying. He says he was transparent with what he was saying. And Huda's like, well, I couldn't tell. And then Jeremy makes this face. Like, I swear to God, Jeremy knows where every camera is and is like playing to them. Like, honestly, he makes his face. And I'm just like, I promise you, this guy is gonna play in this girl's face. I don't think he thinks she's very smart. I just don't. I think he's like, yeah, this will do. I can get to the finish line with her. Because she asks him, how do you feel about us? And he goes on to say, like, he feels like the luckiest guy on the planet. You're not just good looking, but you're good on the inside. He shares his strategy. He's like, this week, I'm going to make you like me even more. And she's like, you don't have to try. Girl, you're in danger, girl. Like, he literally has to try because this is his plan, Huda. He's telling you his plan. He's telling you his strategy. What's happened on week 1? Find a girl, get her involved and into me fast. Like, shower her with affection and literally love bomb her. Week 2, like, dispel any doubts that she has about me. He's trying to cruise to the final. That's what he's trying to do. And I'm not buying it at all. Like, at this stage, no. But his plan is working with Huda because in her confessional, she was just like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be picked. She really goes into this mode. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's quite childlike, actually. Anyway, so then they talk about the speech and how much she liked it. And he was just like, oh, he was nervous. But, you know, he's happy or glad that he didn't cry because he's an emotional guy, apparently, and he cries over little things. And she was just like, oh, you cry about me? And he's like, no, I just met you. Oh, Jeremiah, he's really, he knows what he's doing. This guy has studied. He has studied. What do you mean you cry? Anyway, just stop all that. Stop all that. What are you talking about? So then we go to new couple, Ace and Amaya, and I can't lie, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to be like, oh, you know, that was so cute. Like, I'm glad to be coupled up with you. Can't wait to share a bed with you. The usual post-recoupling talk. Oh, no. Ace decided to say, oh, by the way, I'm still open. I want you to explore. Like, we're both open. I don't want to take that away from you, and I'm going to explore. Is Ace rethinking his decision? Is that what it is? Like, why is he so cold? He says, like, I want to be straight with you, but I'm a slow burner. Oh, God. I swear we've only heard that term like twice. And every single time I'm just like, bleh. Like, slow burner. No, slow burner is code for I don't like you. I don't like you. That doesn't mean he wouldn't want to do things with her. Like, there's that. But he don't like that girl. My guy's talking about, I don't want to be kissing outside of challenges. I don't even want to be cuddling. What? Why did you pick her? Like, what the hell? Like, bro, he picked her because he said that she was assertive and she knows what she wants, and she made it clear that she wanted Ace. And now he's got her. He's just like, don't touch me. No, don't touch me. It's new for me. This is the first time we're going to be sleeping in a bed together. Like, don't touch. What? Bro, is this the right show for you? I don't know. Weird. And as you can imagine, Amaya is taken aback by this because she's like, what the hell is this? Like, I feel like this conversation could have waited till tomorrow. And she said, it's kind of giving player vibes. And I'm inclined to agree. Amaya is confused. Like, we're all confused. Like, what the hell is this? Because, hold on a second. 1 minute, you're saying that you're into me. You've picked me in the recoupling when you had a very obvious choice to pick. You could have picked Shelley, but no, you picked Amaya. And now you're talking about don't touch me. We can't kiss outside of challenges. Like she said, like, you popped her bubble. Like, why have you done that? That's horrible. And then she literally starts, like, you see a tear coming out of her eye. Like, I was just like, oh, this is horrible. Don't let that man make you cry. Mm-mm. And then he's just like, oh, I respect your feelings. I respect you telling me. Stop it. Stop it, Ace. Then they get up. He doesn't even hug her. He doesn't even like touch her shoulder or pat her or anything. This man is cold. Absolutely cold. I don't even think Shelly should be with him anymore. Nah, absolutely not. Who is this guy? We don't know him. In his confessional, he's just, I don't even know what he was talking about. I don't even understand his point. It's like, I'm so understanding, but I don't operate like that. Operate like what? You picked her. You picked her. What? How is she supposed to interpret that? I don't get it, Ace. Like, maybe you're in the wrong game. Maybe you're playing by your own rule. This is weird behavior, and it's very, very, very strong mixed messages. If you was to say like, oh, I want to be in a friendship couple with you, and you gave her the heads up on the start, that would make sense. Or pick Shelly. What the hell? But actually, secretly, I think what it is he wants Huda. That's what it is, you know? And he doesn't want to mess up his options. But playing around this girl's emotions like this is wicked work. So Amaya is crying. She talks to Huda, and you know, she's kind of beside herself because, you know, this guy's basically said like, I don't even want to cuddle you. You see Ace in the kitchen with some of the boys, and you know, he explains like, yeah, I'm not gonna cuddle her. Jeremiah asks him, well, even if she asks you, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that because it only makes them like you more. If he just doesn't have to approach it like this. Like, the girl's in freaking tears. Like, bro, come on, have some feelings. While she's with Huda, Huda is talking about, oh, let these guys earn you. You're the catch. They're not the prize. You are. And I'm just like, great advice, Huda, but like, is that reflected in your own life? I don't know. I don't know, but great advice for Amaya. Thanks for that. But girl, take your own advice. Honestly, this girl that's been chasing Jeremiah up and down the villa and getting mad was even mad at Amaya. This is what I'm saying, calling her a bitch and everything like that. Bro. So Austin pulls Shelley for a quick chat post recoupling. Both of them are really shocked by how things went down, but she did say that the highlight of her night was Austin's speech, where he said that he had butterflies and that she was beautiful and all this kind of stuff. And she absolutely loved it. And she said she was cheesing so hard that her cheeks were hurting. And Austin was just like, yeah, even the boy said that he had the best speech and that he said it off the dome, and he really appreciates like her giving him space for him to come out of his shell. And he still ain't told her that he's kissed Amaya, by the way. Like, I don't think that's been said, or we haven't seen that yet. So there's that. And I don't know, Shelley in her confessional, she was just like, you know, I think she's warming up to Austin. I think she's warming up to him because she was like, you see him walking around, I find him attractive, like she likes his height and stuff. So maybe, I don't know, this is slow. I don't want to use the phrase, but it is slow, but maybe there's something there. She likes his personality, it seems, but I do think like it would be a bit of a settle because I don't think there's anyone else there that's like perfect for her at the moment. So we're in the makeup room, and Olandria is talking about how she's shocked by everything that has happened that night. How, you know, she's really sad that Bella had to go home and everything. Nothing against Cierra, but just sad for Bella. And she said she's particularly shocked because Nick was lipsing it down with Bella in Soul Ties. From the clip that I saw yesterday, it looked like Cierra popped up and Olandria didn't know she was there, but she did know she was there because she was like, what do you mean? Insult ties? What do you mean? And she was just like, yeah, they were lipsing it down. And then she could see by Sierra's reaction that Cierra didn't know. And she was just like, so sorry. Like, she was just like shocked immediately, Olandria, because she thought she knew. And Cierra's just like, oh my God, I feel so dumb. I was literally, you know, kissing him and loving up on him like 5 minutes later. Like, why didn't he say anything? And then she explains, like, I literally gave him the opportunity to speak, which she did. She asked him a question, like, why would she think that you was going to pick her? And that was his opportunity to say something, and he didn't take it. So the girls like basically tell her, like, don't overreact at the moment. Shelley tells her to deal with it tomorrow, like enjoy tonight, because Cierra was just like, I was so happy, I was on cloud 9, and now she's just spoiled it. But yeah, I don't know about this strategy. I don't know, like, what would you do in that situation? Would you hold on to it to the next day, or would you deal with it there and then? I think in that case with guys, like, I would probably deal with it there and then. Like, I want to know, like, what was that about? Like, you should have said something. So I'm in your bed and maybe he's gonna be, you know, kissing her and stuff. Why, I know the secret. I don't know. But basically, Shelley was saying, like, just hold on to it for now and talk to him about it tomorrow and give him the chance to try again. It's risky. It's risky. But let's see what she does. So yeah, it's bedtime. Everyone's getting ready. I think Cierra's the one that asks Amaya, like, are you going to be snuggling? And Amaya's just like, we'll see. Because probably not, you know, since Ace doesn't even want to touch her. And you can tell Amaya is still pissed. And she's just like, with these men, you never know. You never know what to expect with them. What is cute is seeing Hannah run into bed with Charlie. They seem to be absolutely smitten with each other. And you get the usual suspect. Well, actually now Charlie and Hannah are doing bits. Jeremiah and Huda are also doing bits. But there wasn't much action from Cierra and Nick. Unfortunately, I think Cierra, it looked like she had turned over. She needs to deal with the issue at hand first. And I agree with her. So in the morning, we have Olandria going to make Taylor breakfast in the morning, which is a nice change. She's making a little bit of effort like that. We also had Ace. I think he asked, what's her name, Amaya, what she wanted for breakfast the night before, and she said coffee. And he doesn't know how to make coffee. He doesn't know how to work the machines. So there's that. Nor do I, to be fair. I don't drink coffee. But then he brings her up a plate and then tells her, like, he doesn't know how to make coffee. So she didn't really get what she wants at this point in time. There's that. Austin makes Shelley a plate. I think this is the first time he's done this. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm here for it. Step it up if you like her. You know, show her that those butterflies are absolutely real. Then while Olandria is cooking, Ace is talking to Taylor. And Taylor's just like, oh, yeah, I like her, but the physical attraction isn't there. What? Okay, fine. People can like what they like and they're attracted to what they're attracted to. But she's literally cooking in front of him. And Ace even pointed it out, like, I don't even get that. Not that you should, Ace, to be fair, because what are you doing for people anyway? But yeah, I was just sad. I'm sad for Olandria. I really am, because Taylor, he does seem like a nice guy. He seems just like a sensible guy, but you can tell they're just friends. It just feels very best friend type vibes. So they could be a friendship couple for sure, but if he's not attracted to her, then he's not. But then I don't know if this is Olandria's ideal either. Like, she loves his southernness, of course. I don't get the spark between them. So we need some more guys in here. Get some more guys in. Give the girls more options. So Olandria and Taylor, they sit down and eat their breakfast, and you know, Olandria just notices a couple of things. She's just like, you know, she does say, like, look, I want to show you that I like you. So that's why she's on the gesture of making him breakfast. It's almost like his head is down. He's using his hair to cover his face. It's like he's trying to hide himself from the conversation, because it's like he knows where it's going. Because she's saying, like, to compare, but she can see that other couples are more further along. Like, do we even say good morning to each other? And he's like, yeah, we do say that. But it doesn't seem like it's said with conviction. And she's just like, do we like each other the way we think we do? Because nothing ain't happening. Nothing ain't happening. So in this conversation, Olandria basically says to him, if you want to put your hand on my leg, that's okay. She was basically giving him the green light to, you know, be more affectionate with her. And his response was, okay. That must be tough. That must be tough to put yourself out there and think that you're getting on with someone, think that there's something potentially there, and to get a response like that. I don't know. As I said before, I think they're friends. I don't think that this is romantic. And I think Olandria, although I know that she's taken her time, she will also come to this realization very soon. Cierra chats with Shelley, and she basically just explains that she is not very happy because at the end of the day, She's now in this new couple with Nick. She should be happy, but she can't be because Nick has omitted information from her and she doesn't want to start anything on a shaky foundation, which honestly is fair. And she's asking herself, is this a slip up or is this a character flaw? So from Cierra's point of view, she doesn't really want to continue if this is how he's going to move. But Shelley is telling her, like, look, I think probably a lot was going on. She doesn't want to make excuses, but he probably just made a little bit of a mistake. What do you guys think? I think Nick purposely didn't tell her, like, obviously, and he didn't want to ruin the mood. But does he still like Cierra? Yeah, of course. Like, he chose her at the end of the day, but he's a mutt. So we can't trust him fully. Trust him maybe 40%. 40%. Let's give him a percentage this time. Then we see Ace. Ace and his hater ways. He's chatting to Olandria and Taylor, and he's looking at Huda and Jeremiah, who are just mucking around. You know, they're playing about. She says to him, like, don't do that at our wedding. He laughs, that sort of thing. They're just, you know, just vibes in with each other. Ace is looking over and he's like, do you think that's real? And Olandria's like, yeah, like, it's reciprocal. They're getting on, like, they're vibing. Like, what's the issue? He's just like, nah. Ace like, nah, I don't think it's real. I think she's more into him than he is to her. Now, Ace might be right. He might be right. But at this point, what's your business? So what is your business? Are you trying to be a knight in shining armor for Huda? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are you so concerned? Now, what is really getting Ace's back up is that they closed off so early. And that kind of dampened his chances with Huda, I think. Then they get a text and we have our first date, people. Huda and Jeremiah are going on a date. They're going on a date. And Ace, as you can imagine, is not impressed. So Huda and Jeremiah get ready. Huda, you know, she's so excited, as you can imagine. She wants to know everything about Jeremiah. She wants to know whether he'll protect her when she's scared and that type of thing. And when she leaves, though, she is wearing just a bikini. And I don't know if that's normal. Like, usually don't they wear like a little outfit, like a cover up or something, or a little dress or two-piece? I don't know. I was just like surprised, or maybe it's the nature of what the date is actually going to be. Who knows? So Huda's and Jeremiah's date is actually at a water park, and they seem to be having tons and tons of fun. Fun fact, I've never been to a water park. I've never been on a water slide or anything like that. They kind of terrify me, to be honest, but they seem like they're having fun. And she was talking about her daughter a little bit as well, when she learned how to swim and stuff, so that was kind of cute. Back at the villa, Ace is talking to Nick and Taylor about the situation with Amaya. Now he tells them what she, you know, that she was upset a little bit. He was explaining himself, saying that, you know, he doesn't necessarily want to hug anyone. He has to be like invested in order to do that. And he told her so. And then she said, you know, it's giving player vibes. Nick immediately said, oh, that's a huge red flag. Huh? Because Ace was saying, you know, she should be giving me grace and everything like that. I think in the confessional, he said, oh, you know, did I waste my pick? What? Like, what? I don't understand why he doesn't understand that how he's behaving is odd. You picked her. Like, you acted like you was interested. And then to put all these boundaries in place like this, it was just like, whoa, like, couldn't you said this or alluded to this beforehand so she knew what she was getting into? Because he was flirting with her too, you know? I just think it's really odd. And now he's trying to change the opinion of Amaya to Taylor and Nick, and it's just a bit weird. So then he's just like, yeah, it's definitely like the player comment that got him. Here, Nick, oh yeah, that's delusional. If Nick don't shut his mouth. What do you mean that's delusional? Not everybody gets a Cierra, you know? Do you know what I mean? That'll be patient and kind and understanding to what you're going through. Not everybody is a Cierra. So relax, Nick, about delusional. He's delusional. Anyway, back to the date. So Huda and Jeremiah, they're just sitting and chatting now. And then she starts, I think she asks him what's his day-to-day like. I can't even remember what he said, but she was talking about her day-to-day being a mum. So, you know, obviously picking her daughter up, making her lunch, taking her to school, all of that kind of stuff. His response was like, that's crazy. Bro. If you want to be a stepdad, that's going to be your life too. She did say that her daughter's with her dad on the weekend, so she has a pretty open weekend, and their co-parenting style is very, very easy. Then she's really appreciative to him again about him not blowing up on her when she told him she was a mum. And he was just like, yeah, you know what it is? I really do like kids. Like, I love kids. But at the same time, I'm scared as shit. Like, what if she doesn't like me? Which is very true and very real. But I don't trust this man. I don't trust this man at all. Huda reassures him and says, yeah, her daughter will like him. Then he starts saying like he's never talked to a girl with kids, he's never dated a girl with kids, he's never lived with a girl with kids. Like he's stressing this point. And Huda's like, baby steps. We're just going to take baby steps, which is fair. Like, you don't have to do all of that right now. You've literally just met. Hasn't even been a week. Well, maybe now it's a week. But then he also does say that, you know, it would be really great to get a guy's perspective on it as well. So what I understand from this is like he hasn't been speaking to the guys because they don't know Huda's a mum. So none of the guys know, apparently, at the moment. And then Huda said, like, look, I'm going to have a conversation with Nick and you guys are going to be able to chop it up. I think like everybody's going to know sooner or later. They're all going to know. Then we jump to Austin. Austin is chilling with Nick and he's like, I've got something to tell you. You can't tell anyone. Then they do this weird handshake. And they kiss thumbs. They kiss each other's thumb. I don't know. I've never seen that before in my life. Is that a normal thing? I don't know. So they do this and then Austin tells him that he kissed Amaya yesterday, which of course Nick is shocked. He's only told Nick. He hasn't told Shelley. And I don't know if Amaya has told anyone, but Amaya's quite outspoken, actually. She seems to say what's on her mind, like, instantly. So maybe she has told someone, but I don't recall. Talking of Amaya, she and Ace are talking. She kind of, like, apologizes for being a bit emotional with when he said to her, don't touch me, or, you know, don't be affectionate with me, even though I picked you. Good on her for apologizing, but she sure as hell didn't have to. She shouldn't have, in my opinion. So then they're having a little chit chat and he's like, oh, what do you call your partner? And she's like, oh, usually babes or something like that. He's just like, yeah, I don't like that. What? This guy, yeah. No, he's a menace. He's an absolute menace. Did he go to production and get a profile on Amaya and just say, what does she like? I'm going to do the opposite of all of these things. I don't want anything that she likes to do. Like, what the hell? Don't call me babes. What the what's all this? He's way too picky. Way. This is too particular. It's too much. So then, obviously, Amaya's starting to get pissed off. She's just like, well, it looks like I'm just going to get up and walk away, you know? And he's just like, you know, he's talking in this very calm and slowed down voice, like, you know, the names, the touchy-feely. And she's like, touchy where? Then he says, you know what? You're very quick to respond. Like, Ace, oh my God. You're annoying. You're actually annoying. I think this guy's head is so far up his arsehole. It is ridiculous. Like, maybe all the followers and everything like that have gone to his head because who are you, bro? Relax. What do you mean you're quick to respond? You're putting all these random restrictions on me in my face and you don't want me to respond. You're being rude. Stop it. And then she's like, I'm going to respect your boundaries. I'll call you by your name. I won't touch you. His response, you're being very passive aggressive right now. No, sir, you are being passive aggressive right now. In fact, I will call this aggressive. What is this? He hates her. Why does he hate her? I don't understand. Just tell me you hate me, man. What's all this? It's too much. I hope Amaya can see right through what he's doing, and I hope she drops him like a frigging ton of bricks. I honestly think that Ace has got some weird strategy going on. Like he's like, oh, maybe because I like Shelly, I can't show that I like this girl too much, and let me put some boundaries in. But he's just taking it one step too far. It's just pretty ridiculous. Because what is all this? Like calling her aggressive? Like, what? No, absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, Amaya, she is that girl. She's just like, you know what you're saying, I don't even like it one bit. I'm not here to beg you for anything. I'm not going to force you to bond with me. So go and explore your other options. Why waste her time? Why take the moment to even pick her in the first place? I feel like underlining this, he must have done this to try and humble Shelly in some sort of way, because she wasn't fully on him and she had Austin as an option. I swear to God, I think this is what it is. Because why pick it? It's not making sense. Why pick Amaya? It doesn't make sense. Randomly, I do think Amaya is giving me Danica from the UK Love Island vibes as well. I think they have a similar type of energy and a similar type of look. The crazy thing is that Ace, he's oblivious to his own actions. It's blown my mind, honestly. Amaya does tell Shelly like what was going on with her and Ace and that whole weird conversation. And I don't know, I feel like Shelly understands a bit, but then obviously Shelly likes Ace. So I don't know, man. I don't know if she was really getting through or she's conveying, because we haven't seen this side of Ace with Shelly at the moment. So I think he's a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde type of character. Ace does talk to Nick and he basically says that her face switched or anything like that. Nick is like, minor, what did he say? Minor setback, major comeback, but maybe that comeback is with somebody else, and then encourages him to go and speak to Shelly. I don't know, man. If I was Shelly, I'll just be like, I'm not trying to be anyone's second option, because he had a real opportunity to pick her and he didn't do it. So Shelly and Ace chat, and she was saying naturally she felt some type of way because he picked Amaya, but she kind of gets it. He's exploring his options and everything like that. And Ace is saying something along the lines, oh, you want me to reveal all my cards? She's like, what cards? Like, like the playlist of how to date Ace. That's what he says. Like, please, this guy, he's so full of himself. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't turn this guy. I can't believe, I'm so annoyed at myself that I liked him in the first place. Like, I thought he would be like one of the favorites when he's acting like this already. And it's only episode 7. Oh my God. So annoying. So Shelly's like, no, I'm not trying to be the perfect girl for Ace. He's like, I'm not. And then does this sad little face like looking down, like, sir, stop it. Just stop it. You're not a 90s R&B singer. Stop it. Just stop it. So anyway, she said, no, I'm not trying to be the perfect girl for Ace. I am Shelly. And if Shelly and Ace mesh, then that's amazing, While this is happening, Austin is looking on. He's with Charlie and he is pissed. He's just like, what the hell is this? Why do they keep on going back together? In the confessionals, he's even more enraged because Ace had the opportunity to pick Shelly and he didn't. Go for what you want, he says. It was so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious that he wants Shelly, but he just didn't go for it. Like a freaking coward, if you ask me, or manipulator. And he says, Austin said, he's got it absolutely right. He's like, you want her to chase you. She's not a chaser type girl. Sorry, in what? We're in 2025. What's happening out there, guys? Like, I don't date. Do you know what I mean? But like, what's happening out there? Are guys expecting girls to chase them? Because that's wild. Absolutely not. That should not be happening. It should not be happening. So anyway, the couple come back. They kind of talk about their date. Huda talks to the girls. Obviously, Jeremiah talks to the boys. And they talk about their date and everything like that and what it was. Obviously, being the water park. Jeremiah talks about like how they had a real serious conversation about the future. And he can actually picture himself, being with Huda in the future. Ace is there. He's like rocking back and forth. It's like the hateration is trying to scream, is trying to get out of his bones. He wants to say something negative so bad, but he manages to hold his tongue, at least for now. And on the girl side, I think Olandria, I think she was probably, actually, to be fair, I think like Olandria and Shelley are a little bit skeptical about what is happening between these two, but they're trying to stay positive. You know, Olandria in Confessionals was talking about, you know, normally on the outside, I don't play into my friend's delusion, but here it's a different situation. So we're going to, you know, she's going to be a supportive friend for Huda now. Huda is sitting there surrounded by the girls like she is the chosen one, like she's... Do you know what? It's funny. Like, I'm happy that she's in love and she's happy. Do you know what I mean? But like, girl, like, I do think you need to calm down a little bit because this is a global television show. Like, the producers are going to throw something in to knock you off your path for sure. And she needs to brace herself. She actually does. I don't want her to get lost too much. But I'm happy that she's happy, even if this guy is not for the long term. That makes sense. So it's evening time and everyone's dressed up. Olandria and Shelley are chatting. They both look gorgeous, by the way. I love their hair, I love their makeup, I love the whole vibe. Absolutely love it. So Shelley talks about her conversation that she had with Ace and that how he's still, you know, exploring, although he's pissing Amaya off. But anyway, he's still exploring. And Shelley's like, well, how much exploring do you need to do? Like, are you Dora? Like, are you Christopher Columbus, they say? It was actually quite funny. But yeah, like, honestly, how much do you still need to do? And Shelley's like, you know what? I'm actually just going to hang out with Austin instead. And yeah, just be done with this. And I honestly think at this stage, this is a good idea. She should absolutely do this. Olandria, on the other hand, she is talking about what's going on with Taylor. Doesn't seem to be much of a change, actually. And she's just saying, like, look, she doesn't want to be the one to initiate things. She doesn't really have, like, a major urge, but she wouldn't be opposed to, like, him, you know, touching her or being affectionate and that sort of thing. But he's not doing it. So what can she do? There's a group of them sitting at a table, like maybe about 6 or 7 people, and Huda is there and Jeremiah is there, and they're having like this whisper conversation. She's like asking him, so what, are we closed off? And he's like, what? And you can see the other people, they can slightly hear what's going on. So there's about 8 of them sitting around the table, and Jeremiah and Huda are there. And Huda says, she's whispering now, and she's just like, I love how calm you are. That's one of the things I love about you the most. Love in a week, girl. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. She's missing. Love. So when she said it the first time, she weren't joking. Now he doesn't say it back. He's just like, oh yeah, I guess that's right about me. Then she asks us, so are we like closed off? I don't know. I think this is too much. I think we need to get welfare in there. Let's check in with some professionals to make sure that we're not going way too fast here. Like, relax. I get the lust thing. I 100% get that. But love, girl, you went on one date and you're in the clouds. Relax. And when he answers the closed off question, he's just like, no, not really. You know, I guess it's early. She's like, are you waiting for someone better to come along? This is around other people and they're pretending not to hear this conversation, but they can blatantly hear it. Oh my God. She's so embarrassing. Like, stop it. To that, he's like, no, how can you say that? We know. We know someone better is going to test you 100%. Anyway, he reassures her with a kiss, and that seems to keep her quiet for now. But if this is the pattern, Huda, babe, it's off brand. No, actually, from what we've seen of you, it's on brand. But generally, it's off brand. Now, we do see Taylor and Olandria have a conversation. Taylor asks Olandria, where's your head at? Like, how are you feeling about things? And she says, like, she likes him. She's made it very clear that she does like him, but she does like to feel valued and she does like to feel appreciated. And right now in their relationship, she doesn't feel secure and she doesn't feel confident. Taylor, you know, he's a calm guy anyway. So he's like calm with it. And he's just like, well, first of all, sorry that I made you feel that way. And he knows there's things that he could be doing better. Like he definitely, no, there was nothing different about it actually. He was just like, yeah, I know there's things I could do better. And that was kind of about it. No, he did say, I will do everything in my power to try and make things better. Then he's just like, okay, cool. He's still team Olandria. So they get up and then he was like, come here. And he kisses her. But it was such a basic peck. Bro, why bother? In my opinion, why bother? She was just like, oh, that was our first kiss outside of the challenge week. Oh gosh. Yeah. I don't think he's feeding her. He's not feeding her physically, and that's a problem. But this is small steps. I hope they don't put Olandria in a position where she has to be grateful for like absolute scraps. Like, no, she deserves better than this. Not saying Taylor's a bad guy, just saying he's not the right guy for her. And she's not the right girl for him, I don't think. All that being said, they do suck each other's tongues in the photo booth. So I guess that's a thing. So Cierra finally talks to Nick about that kiss with Bella. They're sitting talking and she's like, look, there's some loose ends we need to tie up. Were you ever going to tell me about the kiss with Bella? And so ties. His face immediately drops, immediately changes because he wasn't. So Nick says that he was going to tell her, but he was going back and forth with the idea. He said like it kind of just happened. Cierra said it's really uncomfortable for her because she found out from the girls. It made her feel uncomfortable, made her feel stupid. And that was the one thing she asks of him, like, don't make me look stupid. And he asks her, was that crossing a boundary? And she's just like, well, yeah. Like, you know, she asked for like real open, transparent and open communication. So what's all that about? He then says, well, there was a big decision that I had to make and it wasn't the first thing on my mind. And she's like, yeah, okay, I can see that. I get it, but I don't think it's a good enough excuse. I don't think so. Nick's basic excuse is that it was a really uncomfortable situation. So he didn't really know how to go about it. And Cierra's like, well, there's going to be more uncomfortable situations, so we have to have those conversations and it's part of the process. But she does say in her confessional, like, she found it really difficult because his eyes and his smile like really disarmed her. She couldn't really say mad, and like her thing was like she is laying down the law now to make it absolutely clear that she will not be as forgiven next time, so he needs to get it right. And she's happy to move on and not hold anything over his head. She is a mature girly. She is very mature. I like this for her. And she says to him, like, move a little smarter, you know? And then he says something that wasn't, that proved that he wasn't a little bit smart. But anyway, she's forgiven him. He is lucky to have her, in my opinion. Ace, he pulls Amaya for a chat again. Like, is he just trying to torture her or what? Leave her alone. He says that he still likes her. Weird. I don't think he does. I actually think he hates her. And he's just like, I wish you could be a bit more understanding with my boundaries. And Amaya is saying, look, the way you've come across to me, I felt offended as fuck. Like, I hate you. Like, it's wild behavior. And she says, you know, I get it. Like, I understand there's other connections out there. Like, that's not a thing. Like, she understands. She says she gets it. Like, she fully understands, like, what's going on. Like, the message is absolutely clear. Then he goes on to bringing up the babe comment again. And then she calls him, like, but babe. And, like, she's trying to explain it's part of my lingo. It's part of the way that I speak. It's so hard. Like, if you're one of those people, especially if you have filler words like myself, like I totally relate to this. I will say things. I can't even hear that I'm saying it. Like, I say kind of thing all the time or everything like that. I say that a lot as well. So I truly understand what she's saying. And the fact that he's so offended, Like it was just like his little heart was crushed again. Like, get the hell out of here, man. Babe is not offensive. You know what? To be fair, I would need to understand what the issue is of why he doesn't want to be called babe. I need more from this, because right now it's given, I just want to piss you off. The other islanders are watching, and they're just like, Jeremiah's like, what the hell happened? Austin says, well, the parents left and like the kids made a mess. So I guess they do call them the parents, because there was a lot of speculation whether they're being called mum and dad, but apparently they do. Back to Ace, and he says to her, I'm not saying I don't fuck with you. And she's literally like, what does that mean? Because please tell us, what does that mean? She literally says that you're so confused. He's so confusing. And he's just like, yeah, I'm just telling you what needs to be done in order for it to be right between us. Like, what the hell? What the hell? I can't, this guy. Oh my God, he's irritating. Anyway, I don't think Amaya's got his time anymore. She's just like, yeah, you're just giving player vibes. You're just trying to talk to everybody, And in the confessional, she's just like, I just think he's confused. Like, he's just doing too much. In Ace's confessional, he is saying that I think she's just caught up with trying to be booed up and being affectionate or intimate or something like that. I don't even think it's like super that at all. When he's talking to her, he's saying like, I would just like us to be cool. I want us to be friends. She's just like, this ain't Friend Island. And she's right. It ain't Friend Island. Why the hell did you pick her? Honestly. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You should have picked Shelley. Anyway, Amaya's over it. She's like, go and pick whoever you want to talk to next. Like, no one's got time for this nonsense behavior. Ace officially is a weirdo. He's an absolute weirdo, because the fact that he is refusing to see anything from her point of view is insane. Is absolutely insane. He was the one that picked her. He made the gesture when there was blatantly someone else that he could have picked. He picked her. Why? Now, the quick clip from tomorrow night is, unfortunately, Amaya and Shelley, it looks like they're arguing. I hope they've just hyped this up, and I hope this is nothing serious. But Amaya's saying something like, I don't think you're telling the truth, which isn't good. And then Shelley's like, every time I talk, you're talking. I don't think Ace deserves to have these girls arguing over him. Like, honestly, I don't. And I hope it's just a misunderstanding. And I hope they get to a place of peace. Anyway, that has been the recap. For those watching Love Island UK season 12, I'm going to be doing a recap live tonight on my channel from about, I would say about 10:30, 10:45. Let's see, depending on what time the episode ends. I'm going to be talking all things episode 2. Make sure you join that. Yesterday, we did talk about Love Island US, so you might want to join us for after that and have a little bit of chat about that as well. Should be fun. So guys, make sure you like this video. Do it now. Replay again, make sure you leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a live, a video, hit the notification bell so it's even better for you, and leave me some juicy comments, please. Okay guys, see you in the next one. Bye bye.